Okay, welcome to Yarro Moto. If you're new here, let's open this up a little bit. Hope it's not too noisy for you. So today I'm doing a loop from Henley over to Marlow, but the long way. I expect it'll probably be absolutely heaving with traffic. It's a nice sunny day. It's 14.5 degrees. So the first thing I was just going to pass up here is a very well-known UK house builder in the south, and I'll try and slow down here. I don't think I can stop in the entrance, but on the left here, one of the biggest estates around here. I'll just try and turn in here. I should mention that I'm suffering from a bit of hay fever at the moment, so I do apologise for the way my voice sounds this morning. So this is the entrance. So this is just the gatehouses to the home, which is right up the top there, but I'll let voiceover man do a little bit of chat here. Voiceover man again. I believe this home was built by and for the multi-millionaire house builder Michael Shanley, covering this hillside on the left hand side of the road with these two impressive entrance lodges. As you can see, I'm trying out the Hero 6 on a different arm. Seems to be a bit wobbly. I thought one stalk rather than a mixture of GoPro mounts would be more stable, but clearly not. See how the footage comes out, as that's stabilised camera anyway. As we head towards the very pretty, very popular, very expensive Henley-on-Thames. Nice house down there on the right. Well, you can't see it again, most of them are hidden here. Quite a lot of very well-known people live in this area, and they like their privacy. One of the highlights of going through Henley, not only the river where they have the annual summer boat races, one of the most famous homeowners in the area was one of the Beatles. George Harrison bought Friar Park. I think he bought it back in the 70s, but no doubt voiceover man will do something and tell us, just confirm that nearer the time. But it's just on the edge, or within Henley itself, and it's still owned by his wife to this day, I believe. The village area of Remenham Hill. Remenham Hill. Let's say it like that, shall we? This loop is about 34 miles, so it's not a hugely long loop. This is one that you want to spend some time doing a bit of sightseeing, stop off perhaps in Henley and take some pictures, perhaps have some lunch, and at the very end we finish up in Marlow again on the Thames. Wonderful bridge over the river there, and again, very pretty place to stop perhaps and have a coffee or a lunchtime sesh. Well, what's been happening? Oh, I've started on this trip because I'd half filmed a loop out in North Bucks last September, and I got halfway through it and the road was closed for some work. I think the electricity or gas board were doing something down there, so I thought, well, I'll go out and go for a ride yesterday, just make sure everything's okay and just finish off the filming, blow me down, it's still closed, so I think we're going to give up on that loop, and that's why I've started on this one, really. Start afresh. So this is April the 19th, I think it is. It's the Sunday, and that's probably why it's going to be mega busy down here. Just enjoy looking at some of these entrances to homes down here. So this is the hill down into Henley. If I can stop, I will stop and take a picture near the bridge, but I think it's going to be chaos. Yep, it's chaos. Traffic lights on the far side because they have to try and restrict the weight of the vehicles coming over here because it's a really old bridge. Some of the old signage you'll see on the sides of the wall here as we approach. Just beside where it says Oxfordshire, if you can see that on the GoPro. Right, we'll head up the High Street, although it's not called the High Street. My God, everybody's out. Probably the first proper Sunday. So we're going to go straight across here. Voiceover man might have something to say here. Voiceover man again here. So a first church is mentioned in 1204 and a bridge is mentioned in 1234. The current 5-arched bridge was built in 1786 and the oldest dated building is the Old Bell Public House in Bell Street, and that was dated as 1325. Obviously Henley is world renowned for the annual summer rowing regatta. There are many well-known people that live here, including Mary Berry, Ross Brawn, Russell Brand, Michael Heseltine, George Orwell, the author, spent some of his formative years here, the broadcaster Philip Schofield, Lee Ryan, the singer, Dusty Springfield, David Tomlinson, who's best known for his part as George Banks in the Mary Poppins movie. And our next stop will be just up the road outside the gates to George Harrison's Friar Park estate. So, George Harrison's old house, his family house, is just up here on the right hand side, big entrance. Big entrance there to Friar Park. George Harrison purchased this 62-acre Friar Park in 1970, and this wall covers off the side of the estate all the way up here. He restored the Victorian neo-Gothic mansion, the lodge, buildings and gardens, all the way up the side here, up to about where this, I think this is another part of the estate really, this cottage here. Plus he created his own recording studio, which was used to produce many albums from here. There we go, that's Henley-on-Thames. He lived here until his death, but his widow, Olivia Harrison, continues to live on the estate. George famously used Friar Park as collateral for his friend Eric Idle to finance the Monty Python movie Life of Brian, after EMI pulled out of the deal at the last moment. Lovely bit of countryside around here. Gray's Court. Voiceover man, what can you tell us about Gray's Court? God, the car park's packed there. Voiceover man again. Gray's Court. It's a Tudor country house on the outskirts of Henley at Rotherfield Grays. It was donated to the National Trust in 1969. John de Grey, who's second Baron Grey de Rotherfield, one of the original founder Knights of the Garter. The estate passed to the Crown in 1485. The house has several appearances on TV, in Downton Abbey in 2012, Agatha Christie's Poirot in 2013, and the Midsummer Murders TV franchise. It's open to the public if you fancy a look around, but check the times on the website. Right, turn right here, B481 I believe. Shepherd's Green. Pretty round here. Turning right towards Nettlebed here. This is the B481. Highmoor. Voiceover man again. Nettlebed. The earliest records of the name Nettlebed are from the 13th century, and yes, the name derives from a place overgrown with nettles, and it sits on an ancient route through the Chiltern Hills between Henley and Wallingford. This was part of a trunk route between London and Oxford for hundreds of years. We're going left on the Wallingford A14130. Don't know one question I came down in the other day. So, if you've been watching carefully, you'll have noticed that when just before I said this is Nettlebed, this is a fresh bit of film, because I came out and did this about 6 weeks ago. And I came about twice actually, and the blimmin' road was closed halfway around this loop that I was filming. So I kept the rest in the can, because that works okay, but I'm going to have to redo this bit today. So we're going to take a right here, or I think it's a sharp corner actually. This one that says Piss Hill Stoner Christmas Common, so we've got to turn right and then immediately left. How Hill this is, so Stoner Park historic building, if you want to arrange to go down there and have a look around there. very pretty through here. Voiceover man again. Watlington Hill Viewpoint here, owned by the National Trust. It's worth a stop at this popular viewpoint to enjoy the outstanding views and the chance to observe the circling red kites. The car park and adjoining road can get very busy at weekends, so best to visit weekdays. Car parking. When lockdown lifts, we'll ask those who are not National Trust members to pay a parking fee of £1 per hour or £3 per day. There we go. Right, let's press on to Marlow. Obviously came out at the wrong time to do this, so I was thinking, shall I, shan't I? The weather looks rubbish over the next few days. I thought, oh, it's going to get this done, then I can edit the rest of it in the next few days when it's rainy. But it's a Friday afternoon and I came out right at school time. Stupid boy. So of course I'm about to start again right from the beginning of the route to capture the revive overview that I lay over the beginning of the video, because it got to a certain point and then I had to dive off in a different direction than that which I wanted to go. Over the M40 we go. Oh yes, turn right here. So this is the A40. Close that, screen up. Oh, 50 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. So it's the Ibstone turning here by turning right. Thank you, mate. Oh no, it's not the A40 this bit. Lost track of which bit this is actually. We've got a bit of shade under here because it's quite a warm this afternoon. Last sunny day for a little while. What are we reading? Oh, it's down to 21 now. I think it was about 24 when I left. So this is Ibstone. Here's Ibstone Cricket Club. Got some lovely brick and flint cottages around here. Got some wigglies down here. So there's a windmill down here that used to be lived in by Hayley Mills and her husband. Is it Roy Boulting? I think he was a film producer at the time. Voiceover man will tell you all about it. Yes, we are, so I'll shut up now. It's all coming up here. Voiceover man again. Cobstone Windmill. This is Ibstone. This unusual windmill is a 12-sided smock mill, apparently, built in 1816. It was converted into a home during the 1950s and was used in the 1968 film Chitty Chitty Bang Bang as Caractacus Potts workshop. Can't see a blessed thing from here. It's obviously privated up to the maximum. There is a stile back there, so you could walk into the field and have a look at it if you like. The actress Hayley Mills and her film producer husband Roy Boulting owned and lived in the windmill during the early 1970s. Yep, so down at the bottom here and turn left onto the Marlow, Hambledon and Fingist. Lots of gravel there. Awkward turning there. This is Fingist. So we'll just take a little lollop along the valley floor here. So we're going to take a little right at the fork up here. Sorry, take it all back, divert traffic this way. I thought he was going to say the road's closed. So he came down here yesterday to test it out. So this is the route, if you're still confused. So we just entered another little valley here, which leads up to a nice little pub if you're a pub lunch or something. Pub on the, I can't remember which side of the road, but it's up here at the crossroads, or just before the crossroads on the left. Careful along here because the locals do, I found they were thrashing down here yesterday, the locals. Had to jam on the angers at one stage yesterday. There's the pub, Prince Albert. It's on the right hand side. 200 yards before this junction here, which is Frieth. We're going straight across. So this is the last little bit before we drop down into Marlow. I'll take you through the town centre and across the historic bridge. Marlow is where all the celebrities, seems to be quite a haven for sort of TV celebrities, people like that. Vernon Kay and his missus live down here somewhere, I can't remember which road they live in. particularly nice property down here. It's not terribly big, but very nicely sort of secluded in a little parkland area with 2 or 3 residences all huddled together. But look at these down here. Real mixture of homes down here where they've redeveloped big plots. Be able to see, I don't know if you're going to see on the GoPro, but the home I used to go and collect from is through these woods just over there. I don't know if you can see it. No, I don't think you can see it through here. Lovely view out over this valley to my right. The house is just there. If you can focus on it, the driveway is just here, but you can also get into it from another road over the other side. All privated up. I won't go bananas down here, I'll just trundle down here so you can see some of these properties and just see the area. The Royal Oak, but that's busy on Saturdays and Sundays. Voiceover man again. Marlow had belonged to the Earl of Mercia before being given by William the Conqueror to his queen Matilda. Henry I bestowed the town on his natural son Robert de Melhent, and it then passed to the Earl of Gloucester and his descendants. It continued in the crown from the time of Richard III's marriage until Queen Mary granted it to William Lord Paget. As you can see, it's busy. Don't come down here on a Saturday. In fact, Sundays are probably just as bad. Try and do it on a weekday if you can. If you turn right, we'll go down the high street just to show you that a little bit. There's parking back up that way if you can't get snuck in down here on the side of the road. And I think there's a car park if you turn right at this first mini roundabout. Right, lovely church here in Marlow. I'll shut up. Here's the bridge. There has been a bridge over the River Thames since the reign of King Edward III, and the current suspension bridge was constructed in 1835, serving as a prototype for the much larger bridge across the River Danube in Budapest. The town owes its importance to its location on the River Thames, where the road from Reading to Oxford crosses the river. A little bit of parking there, but I think that's private, so I've parked there before. So this is the Complete Angler pub and restaurant in there, quite famous for food. If I go down this way, I'll just take you to the end of the loop in Bisham. You've probably heard of Bisham Abbey. A lot of the rugby teams do their training down here. Thanks for watching, and thank you for all my new subscribers. It's encouraging to see. So So this couple of bends here takes us into Bisham. The village itself, which is very pretty. And then you can exit back onto the M4 that direction, or back up to High Wycombe, which is the way I'm going, turning left at the big roundabout down here where this road comes out. Look at these cottages here, lovely. I'll just pull over down here and say goodbyes. That's Bisham Abbey down there. Let's just pull in here for a minute. So that's the Henley-Marlow loop. Thanks for watching very much indeed, and I'll catch you next time. Stay safe. Cheers now.